Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and this is my thoughts on Joker Folie Deux, or Joker 2, as I'll be referring to it for the rest of this very brief recount for me. Yes, the film's been out for what is now 2 weekends. At the time of recording, I just checked, and the film has slipped massively at the box office. It's dipped off about 80% in its second week, which is abysmal. The film is officially a bomb. I caught it a few nights ago, and I've been pondering my thoughts ever since, and I've got to be absolutely honest with you. I really enjoyed the first film. I thought the ambiguity, the mystery, the stylistic choices were great. I think it was shot incredibly well. And for this film, for the second film, I have to again be honest and say that I think a lot of the elements in terms of the cinematography, the shots, the style is still there. Unfortunately, what they've done with this film has completely eradicated whatever ambiguity existed in the first place. Instead, we are left with what is possibly the most misguided film I have ever seen. I think it is nothing short of an absolute disaster in creative choices. What on earth were they thinking with this film? Like I said, I think it is shot exceptionally well. The cinematography is on point. I think the performances are perfect. Joaquin Phoenix is just as good as he was in the first one. There's nothing wrong with the performances. What is wrong with this film, with Joker Folie Deux, Joker 2, is that the story is wafer thin. They've destroyed the ambiguity, whatever was left. We had this idea of, was all of this real? Whatever happened in the first film, was it real? Did it really happen? Did he really kill all these people? Who knows? That's the intriguing mystery about it. Has he killed more people? With this film, they fundamentally tell you exactly what the fuck has happened and leave nothing to the imagination. It sounds great in theory, but the film, this second film, Joker 2, is nothing but a long-winded, boring courtroom drama that focuses on exposition, deep dives. We are literally retold the story of the first film again and again. You have it broken down for us when we didn't need this. We didn't need it. Couple that with a lot's been said of the musical choices. I've seen plenty of films where musicals are used, and although I don't like musicals, I understand that musicals are crafted and created in a way where the songs tell us more about the story, take us more on the journey, they reveal things about the characters. This film does not do that. They are just fucking songs put in the middle of important scenes, interesting scenes. They break up the pace, they break up the tension, they do damage to whatever story is actively playing out at the time. What on earth? After the third or fourth song, I was completely out. I struggled with musicals. That is a me problem. I will take it on the chin. That is a me problem. But ultimately, an absolute misjudgment in focusing so much of the time and energy into these musical numbers. Yes, we had poetic moments in the first film. There's that sequence in that bathroom where he's fully embracing his character and does, like an expressive sort of balletic dance. I will have that because it shows a fracturing of the psyche. Yes, I know that's what they're trying to do with this as well. They're showing how the musical numbers are fracturing and playing on the mental health of both of those people. But there comes a point where it becomes too much. And after the third or fourth effort, it becomes too much. There's too much nonsense going on in this film for what is a 2.5 hour film. And you feel every single goddamn moment of this film. You feel the time dragging on. And I don't mean it in a good way, where we're within an epic that we feel every punch, every exciting moment of a great grand epic like the Lord of the Rings, the extended versions. No, here we're pulling teeth, we're dragging time, we're spending time with useless characters and plot points that are just boring. It was boring. The most criminal aspect of this film is that it was boring. This always seemed like a sequel that we never really wanted. There was always an air of, oh God, do we really need this? I'm not sure we really need it. Well, it turns out we fucking didn't need it. Fundamentally, for me, this film smacks of nothing but a smelling of your own farts exercise. I'm sorry, Todd Phillips, but you've just smelt your own farts and ran away with it, haven't you? I mean, is this the greatest troll movie ever? Was this always a plan? Troll us to death, bore us to death with this because all those antics, all those big media sites saying, the first film's going to incite riots and chaos and nonsense. None of that came to pass. And this film was, everybody clamouring and interested and excited about a sequel that we never thought we'd get, never really thought we wanted. And yet, by the time it comes, it's a fucking rampant disappointment. Was that your plan all along? I can't help but wonder if that might be the case. Maybe, just maybe, this was the plan all along. Maybe, however, it is just fucking shit. And like I said, it smacks of somebody given too much money, too much time, and too much free rein to come up with whatever nonsense was in his fucking head. And that is this film. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. It's not entertaining. It's boring. It's thoroughly misguided from top to bottom. The only saving grace is the performances, the cinematography, and some of the stylistic choices. Other than that, this film is by far going to go down as one of the greatest disappointments in history, one of the greatest missteps in history. Oh, Jesus Christ. What an abject waste of my time. An abject waste of my time that criminally has the impact of making the first film completely unwatchable now. Completely unwatchable because the ambiguity has been destroyed. It doesn't matter whether you think there was no ambiguity or not. Whatever story beats existed in the first film have been completely decimated by Joker Folie Deux. It is destroyed. Not to mention that fucking ending. The ending has the unfortunate situation of making people think it's this character coming at the end. I'm not going to spoil it. This character coming in the end is a character from a different film. No, it cannot be. It isn't. Misguided, misthought out, destructively, desperately awful. Good grief. I cannot watch this film ever again. I cannot recommend it. Anybody go and watch it. This review's coming out massively late, but I thought it pertinent to get my thoughts out there when looking at how the box office is. An 80% drop. Disgusting. Terrible. Is it the worst film of the year? I think in terms of commerciality it is. Commercially, it's the fucking worst film of the year. Dreadful. I'm going to leave it there. It's very late, and God, I needed to get something out there. I'm not editing any video clips into this review at all. I just can't be bothered wasting any more time thinking about it. So that's it. My thoughts on Joker Folie Deux. I never want to hear that fucking title again. Good fucking riddance. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts on Joker 2. What did you make of it? What did you think of it? How has it impacted you? Did you need to go away and have a good long think about it before coming up with your own conclusions? I know I fucking did. And good grief, it's even worse than I remember it being the first time there. And I wanted to leave as well. I wanted to leave the screening. I saw people leaving. Jesus. What a waste. My people I know have left the screenings. Good God. Awful. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video for more reviews in future. Bye-bye.